Chef Crystal Wahpepah of the Kickapoo Nation of Oklahoma was raised in Ohlone homelands in Oakland, California, and brings pan-native cuisine to her seasonal menus at Wahpepah's kitchen. Kickapoo Chili with Bison, wild rice harvest salad, blue corn waffles, wild rice and salmon, and Mayan Amaranth chocolate cake are just a few of her inspired dishes. Wahpepah has been featured on the Food Network's Chopped and states that her mission is to serve excellent Native-inspired food while furthering Native rights, cultures, and understanding. After years of offering catering-only services, she opened her first restaurant in late 2021. Murals painted by Votan Ik and Leah Povi of NSRGNTS and Tony Abeyta decorate the restaurant. Joshua Hoyt, a line chef at Wahpepah's kitchen, shares insights into the cultural significance of the food they serve and its connection to Native people. He also highlights how Wahpepahs has become a cherished space for the community.
My name is Joshua Hoyt, and my family is from the Turtle Mountain Band of the Chippewa and the Yankton Sioux. I'm a line cook here. Wahpepah has a lot of significance as a name. And her family, is pretty prominent in the community in general. Crystal kind of made her name originally doing catering. And that was always a really important resource for the community, because anytime there were community events, you could always get Native food through Crystal. Behind me, the mural has represents indigenous peoples from all over. The plains, where my family is from, California, Kickapoo, and then we get over into Mexico and the Andes. So it can mean lots of different things. I think I often introduce it by just saying everybody already knows Native food, they just don't know that they know it. Corn and beans and squash, the three sisters, are the heart of Native food, but also are just the heart of American food. Tomatoes, potatoes, lots of things that we already eat, and then an emphasis more on wild foods that there's not as much infrastructure for. That we have to struggle and develop relationships to try and get on the plate. More like bison, but also wild rice, authentic maple syrup. Some of the game meats that we have, but it covers hundreds of tribes, thousands if you include Central and South America, and lots of different cuisines. There's a specific thing that happens, especially when other Native people come in here, and you can see sometimes people cry. But sometimes you just can see on people's faces the experience of having a space, I think, that looks Native and feels Native and is staffed by Native people, serves Native food, has Native art. And so just knowing what it would mean to me, what it meant to me to have something like this, and seeing in the community what it means to people who come here, elders, young people, families, to me and to the community, just having that as a space and a resource. The stories and the people who are currently producing these things and the cultural significance of individual ingredients and the dishes that are made up of those ingredients, I want people to get a sense of all of that stuff that's at the heart of Native food.